So this is an example of the editing program on your computer under the Photos tab. So whether you're on Google Photos or you have it on a PC of some kind or the Mac, you should have a Photos app. And underneath your Photos app, when you click on a photo, you should be able to click Edit up here, and then you can go down, and mine have this little triangle next to them, and when I click on them it closes them, and when I click on it again it opens it. And so you can either click auto for light, here's an example, or you can move the slider back and forth, and if you don't like it there's an arrow where you can take it away. And then so this is a tab underneath light. So all these different things affect how your picture reads the light or how you want to change or edit the light in your photo. So brilliance is what they call it here in my Mac, and it has a different name for that in Photoshop, which you'll see later. But brilliance lightens it. You can see the change that it adds to it. Totally gives it a different mood from one to the other. And then let's see, if you double click, yeah, it takes it right back to the middle if you double click on it. Exposure lightens the photo or darkens the photo. Double click it, double tap, and it takes it away. Highlights, it lightens or darkens the lightest spots in the photo. Shadows, obviously that's the darkest spots in the photo, you know, like this little dark spot underneath the umbrella or the tiki hut, that's a shadow. You've got the shadows down here underneath it, the shadow of the grass around here, like all of this is shadow right there. So, and right inside the palm branches too, there's little tiny shadows. So when I move that slider, you can tell that it's lightening or darkening the shadows. Like if I darken it, it's really making those shadows super dark. And if I lighten it, it's obviously taking away all the shadows as much as it can. So definitely a different look with each one. Brightness of the photo. Now, whenever you do one thing, like say that I took my slider up here and I increased that. See how it's changing everything all together? So this is kind of like a little shortcut. You can always just move this slider and it will adjust all the sliders underneath it. I don't know if you have something like that on your computer that does that, but now I've messed up what I did, but that's okay. So say that I bring it down to here. I think that looks pretty cool. It's really bright and it kind of has a moody evening feel to it. And say that I wanted to change just the brightness on it. I can totally do that, see? And you still have everything else the same. So you could always start with something like the shortcut and then go down here and adjust the sliders to get more of what you're looking for. And then contrast, obviously it's adding more edges to everything and allowing everything to be more contrasty. You can really see it here on the palm branches and on the trees. But if you were to take the contrast the other way, look at how, oh goodness, it's kind of just like dreamy looking. It has a real washed out kind of look to it. So definitely different looks that you can get. And black point, I think that's just the blacks in the photo, which I actually like that a little darker rather than lighter. It looks kind of cool. So yeah, this is just the light stack that I'm talking about on your editing software, whatever software that you use. All right, talk to you soon.